Hello, everyone. I'm Beth Vosmeier with Network and Action Northwest. I'm here today with Christopher Brown, the owner and principal of NorthStar Law Group. Chris, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
So, Chris, tell us what kind of law you practice.
I have a master's degree in tax law, which is actually a specialized degree after you get my JD. But I don't normally practice tax law per se, but the areas of law that I do practice have a lot of tax elements to them. For example, we do complex estate planning, where if an individual or family would be subject to the estate tax, that's where we kind of shine, as well as business structuring, business transactions, succession planning, because they all have a tax nexus to them.
Very cool. Tell us how many years you've been practicing law?
I have been practicing law for 23 years. I've been practicing law on my own for 14 years.
And why did you pick this area of the law? I mean, tax law or estate planning law, it's a very unique specialty that you have that double layer there.
Well, actually, I didn't really pick this area of law. What I went to law school for was to do international tax planning or international business transactions. The idea is that I used to be fluent in Japanese and I had interest in doing business law. Unfortunately, when I came out of school, the economy wasn't that great, so I had to take a different path involving both business planning and estate planning. But now that I've been practicing for 23 years, I'm actually coming full circle. I'm doing some international projects with some clients, but they all these business clients and have estate planning as well. So it's kind of worked out.
Very cool. That's very interesting that you speak Japanese. I love that fact. Can you tell us a great success story, some business success story? It could be personal or one of your clients, anything that you can share publicly.
Probably the biggest success we had, we actually came as a result of a 3-year case involving the IRS. Our firm was engaged in February of 2020, right before COVID hit, where the IRS was assessing tax penalties in the amount of $2 million plus against my client. It took over 3 years, almost 3 years of negotiating with the IRS. We got the tax bill down to zero. The issue really came down to a misreading of the law, in particular the ACA, Affordable Care Act. The IRS determined that my client was a large employer and didn't record or report health benefits for his employees. Unfortunately, while the classification was correct, the application was wrong because my client ran a temp agency, and the law only applies to full-time employees, whereas my client only had 58, whereas the IRS assumed we had 3,800. So after explaining the law to the IRS, after many iterations, finally got the penalty down to zero, and my client's been very happy about that.
That is a huge success story. I think all of us need someone to advocate with us and guide us through the very unclear and not easy to navigate waters of the IRS tax code and estate planning, right? I mean, why build the wealth if you can't keep the wealth, right?
Exactly, and I don't really advertise this, but I'll probably do more about it because what I do is actually consists mostly of asset protection. With proper estate planning and business planning, the whole idea is to protect your assets from creditors, whether it be the IRS or be somebody else, because unfortunately we live in a very litigious society. And people sue everybody, or people take the shotgun approach to litigation, sue everybody and see what sticks. So with proper planning, either using business entity structuring or complex estate vehicles, we can protect your assets. And I need to do a better job about advocating for that.
I love that factor. I mean, because a lot of business owners go out here and build stuff and they have even no idea how exposed they could be, like you said, to our super litigious society these days. So I think that's fantastic. So Chris, can you tell us a client that you're looking for that would be someone that you would love to connect with?
My best clients are actually small and medium-sized business owners. I mean, the more wealth you have, the better. But my goal is to represent them throughout the whole life cycle of the business, getting started from startups, initial formation, get them set up, and then do their contract work, get them set up, and also think about exit strategies. Ultimately, everything ends, whether it be a business divorce with your business partner or maybe death, disability, and you just want to get out. So how do we account for those things? So my goal is to be your, business and estate planning attorney for life.
All right, that's great. Chris, can you remind us how to reach you? if anyone is curious on how they could access you for your services you offer.
The best way to reach NorthStar Law Group is by phone at 360-292-4556, or you can reach out to us at info@nslawgrp.com.
Thank you, Chris. It was lovely to talk to you today, and I look forward to seeing you at our monthly meetings.
All right, thank you.